For these sections, we will check out the limit laws. The limit laws are straightforward. They follow our basic operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Notice that for number 5, make sure you see g of x cannot be 0, because you know that the denominator cannot be 0, otherwise it's undefined. All right, so let's take a look at the first example using limit laws. So you see, based on the graph, you can write down the limit easily. So for example, x approaches -2. So where's -2? This is -2 for x, right? So x approaches -2. We want to find the limit of f of x plus 5g of x. So this is function g, this is function f. So as you can see, let's take a look at the limit at x approaches -2, the limit of f of x. As you can see, for the function f here, x approaches -2, you have to look at the left and the right, and you see they both goes to 1. So the limit is 1. Now for g of x, limit of g of x as x approaches to -2. Right here. So you see left and right. You can see that from left and from right, you see that the limit is -1. So you can write the limit of g of x as x approaches to -2 is -1. And then we use the limit law, addition, and limit law 3. So addition and a constant multiplication, we get 1 plus 5 times -1 equals -4. Okay. Now for part B, you see that limit x goes to x approaches to 1. So let me point that out for you. So for the function f, x goes to 1 right here. Okay, so x goes to 1. The limit at x go to 1 from the left. For the f, you can see is really nice, but let's take a look at g. So as you can see, for g, limit as x approaches 1 from the left, this way is -2. And then the limit at x approaches to 1 from the right is -1. This one right here, approaching from the right, and is -1. So now we have a problem. They're not the same. Therefore, we do not have the limit as x approaches to 1 for the function g of x. Okay, so you can't really apply the limit law. However, you can definitely use the limit law for one side limit, but you cannot do it for both. Okay, let's take a look at part C. So for part C, notice that we have the denominator, we have the fraction. So you really want to check out the denominator. So let's take a look at the limit at x goes to 2, x approaches to the limit of g of x. Okay. So you can see right here as x approaches to 2, right here, for the function g, and you see that we have 0. The limit is 0. That's going to be a problem because g of x is on the bottom and it's the denominator. So you cannot apply law. So we can't use law 5. Okay? Denominator cannot be 0. All right, so let's take a look at number 2. We want to evaluate the following limits and justify each step. So pretty much they want you to use the limit law. So I can always break them into in the numerator, 2 different parts. So the numerator and the denominator. And then you can see that we can do one by one. We can break it into addition and subtraction as well. So you want to do limit x goes to -2 of 3x squared. Technically, I can take the 3 out. Here, let me do it for this one. I can take the 2 out. Then we do the same thing for the denominator. And then we plug it in. And then you calculate the answer.